Tanya, Colorado took former President Trump's name off the ballot back in December, claiming he engaged in insurrection against the United States on January 6, 2021. The question is that lawful? Well, so far, the Supreme Court seems skeptical of the efforts to kick him off the ballot.
As history plays out this morning on the floor of the United States Supreme Court, experts are weighing in at issue whether or not Colorado can keep former President Donald Trump off the ballot for 2024. The state claims he engaged in insurrection on January 6, 2021, violating Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, a Civil Wartime amendment meant to keep insurrectionists out of government. Trump's lawyer denies those claims.
The Colorado Supreme Court's decision is wrong and should be reversed for numerous independent reasons. The first reason is that President Trump is not covered by Section 3 because the president is not an officer of the United States, as that term is used throughout the Constitution. Officer of the United States refers only to appointed officials, and it does not encompass elected individuals such as the president or members of Congress.
The exact wording of the amendment is also under scrutiny. But despite not being convicted for his alleged role on January 6th, Colorado is expected to argue that since Trump participated, he cannot be on the ballot.
States have the power to ensure that their citizens' electoral votes are not wasted on a candidate who is constitutionally barred from holding office. States are allowed to safeguard their ballots by excluding those who are underage, foreign-born, running for a third presidential term, or, as here, those who have engaged in insurrection against the Constitution in violation of their oath.
Experts say the High Court will ultimately not grant states the ability to decide who gets to be on their ballots.
Another issue the justices are considering is who can decide who committed insurrection. Those oral arguments could last up to 3 hours. The justices are expected to issue a decision before Colorado's primary election on March 5th. Here in Illinois, our State Board of Elections voted that Donald Trump can remain on our primary ballot.
Watch breaking news on YouTube. Subscribe to ABC 7 Chicago Eyewitness News.